Welcome to DCAC Going Green News, or GGN Episode 2.
Hi, I'm Doug.
I'm Alex.
Please subscribe below and click on the like button if you find this one interesting. This week we want to start the news with Greta Thunberg's speech to the Davos Convention on Global Warming. She told the group,
Let's be clear. We don't need a low-carbon economy. We don't need to lower emissions. Our emissions have to stop. If we are to have a chance to stay below the 1.5 degree centigrade target, and until we have the technologies that at scale can put our emissions to minus, then we must forget about net zero. We need real zero.
the 17-year-old Swedish climate activist delivered his speech last Tuesday to the world leaders and global elite gathered at Davos, Switzerland for the World Economic Forum, 1 year after she condemned the forum for its inaction on climate change. Please click on the link below for her complete speech and transcript. We'll be following her as she continues her quest to communicate the urgency of the ongoing climate change. In other environmental news, the CEO of Patagonia, Rose Marcario, has announced that the company will be donating all the U.S. federal tax cut revenue of $10 million the company saved over last year to nonprofit groups that work on the issues related to climate change. Based on last year's irresponsible tax cuts, Patagonia owes less in taxes this year, $10 million less in fact, CEO Rose Marcario writes. Instead of putting the money back into our business, we're going to respond by putting $10 million back into the planet. Our home planet needs it more than we do.
Patagonia isn't new for environmental causes. Their 1% for the Planet program donates profits to environmental projects around the world. Patagonia has donated more than $89 million to such causes since the program was founded in 1985. And CEO Marcario, is it that right?
Yes.
Oh, I got it right, folks.
Very good.
Was praised by Obama's White House back in 2015 for her efforts to protect the environment.
That is absolutely true. Please click on the links below to find out all the great work this company does to help our environment. From using only organic cotton in their whole clothing line to donating 10% of their pre-tax profits to environmental causes, they are the world leader in environmental work. We will be doing a whole show on this company in the near future.
That sounds nice. In product news, we have just learned about the Igloo Recore, a biodegradable, reusable core. They are made from recycled wood fibers and an environmentally biodegradable, waterproof chemical, AKD.
Which stand for alkali ketene dimmer. I did a quick study on AKD and it's food safe and seems to have no adverse effects on the environment. The coolers are reusable, strong, and will hold water for up to 5 days. All you have to do is let them dry out and they are ready to reuse again and again. They will hold 75 pounds. This is a much better cooler than the cheap styrofoam ones that are polluting our waterways. Many states and cities have banned styrofoam coolers, and we hope more will follow.
That's a pretty cool cooler.
That's a pretty cool cooler from Igloo. And they're only about $10, so they're not very expensive.
That's cheap.
It's cheap. As of 2020, more states have banned the use of single-use plastic bags. Oregon has just joined 7 other states.
California, Connecticut, Delaware, Hawaii, Maine, New York, and Vermont to prohibit single-use plastic shopping bags. Stores will still be offering reusable plastic and paper bags for a minimum 5-cent fee.
They also encourage folks to bring their own reusable cloth bags.
Such as this one. I mean, you could get this adorable otter or something else. Hashtag save Oregon otters.
That is very true.
The usage of single-use plastic bags was completely banned in Kenya.
Yes, that's in Africa.
In Africa. Cool. If anyone is found selling, producing, or even carrying around one of those bags, you could get 4 years imprisonment or a hefty fine of up to $4,000. That's a 4 with 4 zeros.
Yeah, it's a pretty hefty fine. That is true.
Yes.
Rwanda has the right to be called the world's first plastic-free nation. 10 years ago, they introduced a ban on all plastic bags and plastic packaging. If you are caught with a plastic bag, you will go to jail for up to 6 months, which is a lot. I can't imagine they actually do that to anybody, but it's the right sentiment. And on entering the border, your vehicle will be searched and any single-use plastic bags or packaging confiscated before you enter the country. In other countries, Taiwan has restricting the usage of plastic bags, straws, plastic utensils, and cups that will start in February of 2018.
In 2015, France announced a ban on all single-use plastic bags. Following the year, the country banned usage of plastic cups, plates, and tableware.
Justin Trudeau has announced that Canada will ban single-use plastics as early as 2021.
Cool.
Canada will ban harmful single-use plastics in a bid to reduce ocean waste. And believe it or not, in China, one of the world's largest consumers of plastics, they have just announced their plan to ban all single-use plastics across the country.
The proposal announced last Sunday aims to reduce plastic waste that has become common in Chinese cities, promote recycling, green packaging, and curb their garbage dumps that are overflowing.
The policy will ban the production and sale of disposable plastic tableware and cotton swabs by the end of 2020. Production of household products containing microbeads will also be banned by the end of the year, and the sales of such products will be banned in 2022. Single-use and non-biodegradable plastic bags and single-use straws will be banned in major Chinese cities this year and across the country in 2022. Let's hope that the worldwide waste of plastic for single-use products will end in the near future.
You know, that's really cool that a government such as China, who is kind of known for being bad to the environment, is all of a sudden just immediately switching over to being green.
Well, that's one of the bad and good things about having a totalitarian government that runs your country. When they make a decision, and if it's a good decision and they do it right away, it's a good thing. Of course, they make a lot of bad decisions too, but that's really not what this show is about. But anyway, we're really happy that China, with their huge population, is not only doing plastic waste, but they're also going to be one of the largest solar-powered nations in the world. And they let Tesla build a factory there, so they're going to be making a lot of Tesla cars in China. So that's all a good thing. So in that news, we have more news from Tesla. In EV news this week, the Tesla Model 3 is outselling all,
not just EVs,
small and mid-sized sedans nationwide. In the third quarter of 2019 alone, they sold more cars than their closest competitor by over 20,000 cars. And at the rate they're selling, they're going to outsell them by more than double this year. In 2019, Tesla has sold more than 367,500 EVs, with 300,815 Model 3s sold globally. In the fourth quarter
of 2019.
in 2019, the quarter that just ended, they sold 92,500 cars in 3 months.
Okay, can I interrupt you for a second? Let's see, folks. That's 92,500, 300,815, 367,500. That's a lot of big numbers for a only electric car brand that's only been out since 2018.
It's a lot of cars.
That's a lot of cars.
That's a lot of cars.
Yeah.
Well, just to let you know that on the rate they're going, by the middle of 2020, they'll have sold 1 million total EVs since they introduced the Roadster in 2008. And with the Chinese factory coming online this year and the European factory next year, Tesla will soon be the fourth largest, not just electric car company, but car company of any kind in the world.
That's absolutely crazy.
Yeah, well, thanks to Elon and his crew, they just keep making cars.
Cool. Okay, now, let's get on to some theories. So, imagine you're driving in your car and you're going to your favorite gas station. This is an ICE car that you're driving. Like, drive along, and and you're going to your favorite gas station that has the best prices, and it's like, I don't know, $3 a gallon. And you go and you drive in, and then you look up at the sign, and it says $5 a gallon. Well, that is what is virtually happening in Europe with their new Ionity chargers, which are, by the way, backed by BMW, Mercedes-Benz, Ford, Volkswagen, Audi, and also Porsche. They just raised their prices by 500% per kilowatt hour. And that equals 79 cents euro per kilowatt hour. That's crazy. Just here, compare it to this. 24 cents euro per kilowatt hour. That's what Tesla fast chargers are making.
Well, what you're going to notice about that is who the companies that own these.
Cars.
It's the ICE cars. So, that's what they're going to do. They're going to, until they figure out what they're going to do about their cars, they're just going to charge electric car owners a lot of money. And guess what? Guess what is good about that to some people?
What?
Well, that's another win for Tesla.
Sounds like 2020 conspiracy theories coming up. Anyways.
Anyway, with the Gigafork factory coming online in 2021 in Germany, Tesla's going to give the rest of the European car companies a run for their money.
Wow, Tesla's going big.
Going big.
They don't quit.
They're not going to quit.
No.
And you know what? Since the other car companies can't use their chargers, that means that it's going to be cheaper, especially when the factory comes online, to buy a Tesla and run it than it is to buy any other European brand, because none of them can charge at Tesla fast chargers.
Okay, that's Tesla's doing well.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
In SpaceX news, there was a very successful abort test of the Dragon crew capsule. 80 seconds after launch, the Falcon 9 rocket,
which had been flown for the 4th time,
which, by the way, was the 2nd time ever done by any company, right?
Right, exactly.
I mean, that's...
Nobody else has ever reused a rocket of any kind. Well,
except for Blue Origin.
No, they've never reused one either.
But they're working on it.
Right, and except for the space shuttle, of course.
Well, the space shuttle is a shuttle. Anyways, the Falcon 9 rocket was shut down, and the abort system performed as planned. And in short, the Falcon 9 went up with the Dragon on top, and then when it got to a certain height, it blew up, and then the Dragon popped off as the abort test and successfully landed on the Atlantic Ocean. As of this taping today, it seems like SpaceX will be ready to launch the first crewed mission to the International Space Station this spring. The first time in 10 years that a crewed mission has been launched to the International Space Station from the USA.
Yeah, that was when they stopped using the space shuttle. So big ups to, once again, Elon Musk and all the crew at SpaceX and NASA for getting us back in the space program.
Wait! Doesn't that also mean that it's going to be the first privately owned passengered mission to the space station ever?
Of any kind of mission to space, privately owned. I mean, unless you count Virgin Atlantic's high Earth orbit missions that they've done a couple of times.
But
this is the first time ever.
They haven't gone to space.
No,
though.
They've just barely got up to the top of the ionosphere.
Well,
so hey, that's pretty good. SpaceX is doing what they said they're going to do.
I mean, good for them. If they're able to start a company, and I mean, wasn't it founded in like 2002? That's only 18 years. They're able to start a company in 2002 and go all the way now to 2020 and already be sending people privately to the space station in their own designed capsules. That's pretty good.
Yeah, we're really, really happy that they're able to do that. And we hope that they can continue with all of the other projects that SpaceX has in store.
And also, hopefully, Starship will go well.
Yeah, well, we'll be seeing about that too. Anyway, that's the end of the news for this week. We want to thank everybody for watching the video. Please do not forget to subscribe below and click on the like button if you find this one interesting.
And also make sure to turn on notifications so you don't miss one of our awesome videos.
You will find links to all the information below, just below the description.
You said that right.
I said that right.
Okay, good. Okay.
You'll see us all next Wednesday for tech and product reviews. This week, we're going to be doing a total review on DIY EV cars and what we think about those projects.
That sounds fun.
Yeah, it should be fun. So, until then, please be kind to each other in the little blue ball we call home. Peace.
Peace.